Hey y'all. Okay, so today I just wanted to talk about childhood trauma for a minute. I've been through some shit. And I feel like I just want to tell my story because I feel like it would help a lot of Black and brown women and girls who go through traumatic experiences at a very young age, at any age, it don't matter. Stay tuned if y'all want to hear my story. 1 minute, hold on. Something that's been on my heart that I've been wanting to come out and talk about. I just haven't had the confidence to come out and tell my story. But I really do feel like this can help a lot of Black and brown women, girls, men, it doesn't matter. I feel like we all had a very, very rough childhood. Not all of us, but most of us in the Black and brown community has had a rough childhood growing up. And so one memory that I want to share with you guys, that to this day I struggle to even remember this memory. It's kind of blurry to me because I feel like I suppressed it so much. But yeah, let's get into the story. So, growing up, and excuse my nail, it came off. Anywho, growing up, I had a favorite cousin. Okay, I love my cousin down. Okay, baby, loved her down. And my grandmother, mother, allowed me to go and stay the night at this cousin's house. And my cousin had a brother, which is also my cousin. Okay, but so a big situation happened where and I can't even remember how old I was during this time because of the fact that I suppressed this memory so much. So yeah, I think I was around 7 maybe. And when I spent the night or whatever like that, at one point there was no adults around at one point. And to sum it all up, this led me to be molested. And sorry, I'm not trying to be emotional or nothing like that. So yeah. But I was molested by my cousin. And when this happened, I was so shocked. I was ashamed that this happened to me because my mother always taught me and my siblings that no one touch your, private areas or anything like that. So we already had this in our head that this is a bad thing. When somebody touch you in certain areas, that's not okay. So when it happened to me, As a child, the only thing I could think of is how upset my mother would be with me. I was just very afraid. I felt very ashamed, very guilty, and I felt like because I knew it was wrong, I think that's why I felt more ashamed and afraid, because I knew that what happened to me shouldn't have happened. And so after I went home, after it happened, I cried. I was afraid. I even peed in the bed. Over there, I wet the bed or whatever, and it was time for me to go. Okay, I was ready to go. And so I left. And when I finally made it back home to my mother, I think she instantly noticed that something was off, that something about me, just wasn't right. And so she started to question me, and I don't know, I started to cry. Sorry. But I started to cry. I started to feel and experience this pain all over again. And my mom, she asked me 1,000 questions, and all I wanted was to just go away. Like, I just wanted to be alone at that point. But she kept asking me questions, and I understood, like, she wanted to get to the bottom of it. But as a child, I wasn't thinking like that. I was just thinking about being comfort. I wanted comfort. I wanted some peace. Like, my mind was all over the place. I felt so disgusted. I felt so ashamed that this had happened to me. I felt like it was my fault. I felt like, yeah. And so fast forward, as time go by, I started to hear threats about the police being called, and family going back and forth, people playing the blame game and everything. A lot of people said that I was lying, or that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a lot of chaos in the background. It was a lot of chaos going on. And I started to go to counseling a little after everything happened. I do remember my mom allowing me to get some counseling. They would ask me to draw what happened or how I felt when it was happening and things like that. Oh, draw out your emotions and stuff. I remember getting the whole rape kit done and everything. And yeah, so this was going on for, I don't even remember how long, but it wasn't that long. It wasn't that long that I was in counseling, because a little while after that, for some reason, it just all stopped. Like, I didn't go to counseling anymore. Nobody talked about it anymore. It felt like it all just got swept under the rug. And as time went by, okay, so I missed a part. But anywho, as time went by, me and this cousin and everything, like, we didn't see each other for a long time after that because they moved away. But anywho, and so as time went by though, I wanted to forget. I wanted to forget because I will literally hear my mom arguing with people, arguing people down about something that happened to me. You feel me? So I was really hurt. That made me feel even more guilty. That made me feel like I was doing in the wrong. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Nothing had happened to me like this. So as a child, how do I know what to do? I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to feel. Nobody comforted me. Like, all I wanted was my mother. Like, I just wanted somebody to tell me that everything was gonna be all right. I wanted somebody to hold me. I just wanted to cry. Like, that's all I could do was cry because I had no words. Growing up, that experience just made me, like I spoke about, suppressing my emotions, and just pushing it all down so that I don't remember what happened because it was so painful. And the reaction from everybody was so heart-wrenching. I did not expect for things to go that way. I didn't even expect for things to go as far as they did. Because like I said, I was just a child. I didn't know what was going on. I just knew that it was my fault or that I did something wrong. I don't know. At least that's how I felt at the time. And so, as time went by, I started to avoid certain people, places, and things because I will get uncomfortable. That experience really made me grow up and move on. As I got older, it made me very self-conscious. It made me very afraid. It made me feel like I had to walk on eggshells around people. And for those who know me, like been knew me, like know me, know I'm already shy. I'm a shy girl. And so it became to a point where I just stopped talking. Like, I just stopped talking because I was that afraid. I was that ashamed about what had happened to me that I stopped talking. I will only talk really to people that I trusted or that I felt, that had good intentions or whatever like that. People that made me feel comfortable. But other than that, I would not talk. I was very shy. I had so much anxiety going out in public. Whew, like my anxiety was through the roof no matter where I went. I could be going to the grocery store and I will be filled with so much anxiety. I will be so anxious. I don't know why. Like, it was just a trauma response to what I had been through. And if you don't know, trauma, your body stores trauma. And that traumatic experience that I had experienced was stored, I believe, in my sacral chakra. And so now, fast forward to now, I am healing from that experience. I had to first forgive my cousin for, you know, doing that. I do know, I feel like what really helped me to forgive him was the fact that we were kids. We were young, we were kids. And we didn't know no better. We didn't know no better. There should have been adults around. We didn't know no better. We was just, I think something had happened to him, and maybe he was trying it on me. You know what I'm saying? But I did not, that was my first time really experiencing something like that. So I don't know. I know kids like to explore, you know, kids learn things and they want to try it on other kids, and, you know, and I feel like that's what it was. And I forgive him. I truly forgive him. I truly, truly forgive him. And I forgive myself. I had to forgive myself. I forgave him first because it was easier for me to forgive him knowing that we were children, and, you know, yeah. But it was very hard to forgive myself because, like I said, I felt very ashamed. I felt very guilty. I felt like everything was my fault. I felt like I shouldn't have said anything because my family, there was so much commotion going on. I just felt like I shouldn't have said anything. And so I had to forgive myself. I had to, every time I became triggered by the experience or the memory, I would just tell myself, it's okay. You're safe now. Nothing's gonna happen to you. Everything is gonna be just fine. You're gonna be okay. I had to constantly tell myself that every time I became triggered, I will allow myself to cry, because it is okay to cry, y'all. It's okay to cry. Crying is a form of healing and releasing. You want to let go of that turmoil and pain that you're holding deep, deep within you. So cry, cry, cry. I cried. I cried and I cried and I crowed. Baby, I cried. And yeah, just doing that every day, telling myself it's okay. You know, healing that little girl inside of me, that 7-year-old little girl needed me. She was crying out for help. She wanted to cry. She wanted to, I literally, like, the emotions will come up and I used to just suppress it all back down. Like, no, I'm not thinking about that right now. I don't got time for that. No. Every time I become triggered, I would just push it to the side. Like, nah, we're not dealing with that today. But it came to a point where I had to deal with it because I got tired of suppressing it. I got tired. I got tired of the anxiety that it caused, the pain, the hurt, whatever. All of the trauma responses that one incident caused me. I got tired. So I said, it's time to heal, baby. And I started my healing journey. I've been on my healing journey for about 4 years, almost 5 years now, I think. And I'm so glad about it. I'm so glad that God is healing me, y'all. I'm so glad that God is healing me. Yeah, I just wanted to come out and just tell my story. And just, I want y'all to go on this journey with me. Even though I've been on my healing journey for about 4 years, 5 years, I want y'all to see, you know, my healing journey, the rest of my healing journey, because I really feel like you never stop healing. Like, you never gonna stop healing. You're gonna always be healing some part of yourself. So yeah, if y'all want more videos or anything, advice, anything, y'all gotta let me know. Y'all gotta let me know. I'm gonna start doing story times. Should I start doing story times? Or should I start just explaining my journey and what I've been through? I don't know yet. But y'all let me know.